ever interrupt me like that again.
I had to.
We'll be off this pod so
I
fast.
had to. It felt right.
Rubber boots, rubber boots. 1, 2, 3, everybody get set. 4, 5, 6, are we having any fun yet? Here comes Jimmy with the rubber boots pod, presented by BedSafe.net. It's 100% free. No gimmicks, no strings, it's free. We'll talk about life and a little sports. Now you know we're gonna play some games. But if nothing else, you know you're gonna have a laugh. We're gonna have a laugh. We're gonna have a laugh. This is the podcast.
BedSafe.net.
This is the podcast. This is the pod.
That way.
Sorry, guys. It's just taking a second. I had my surgery on for Friday. So I went double pirate.
It was worth it. It was worth it, buddy. You look great. You look great.
Is the setup okay?
Oh yeah. The
Will it be
background's
okay
really
on-
working.
Will it be okay on TV?
Yeah, you look great.
Oh yeah.
You look great.
I'm gonna try to see the world for the first time.
Did you really have your surgery?
Yeah.
Oh, just
Awesome.
mask.
I said to Brooksy this morning, do we got a patch? We got a pirate patch in the house?
I guess that's what I'm saying,
He
Brooks.
says, no, but we got a black mask. That'll be a double pirate look.
Double pirate.
What if she said we have several?
Yeah. That's what we like. That's what we like.
Little
Brooksy just made me, I can see okay, by the way. I'll get more into that. Look at what Brooksy just brought me.
Ooh,
Instead of
look
pea
at that.
soup, Jim this week is a little eggs, some veggies.
Wow.
How come the rest
Caesar
of the
salad?
Woman.
How come the rest of the pod doesn't get the catering?
Yeah.
Hey, Brooksy!
Talent
We,
only.
I guess we're on the pod now, eh? I just joined in, but are we on the, I guess we're on the pod now.
We're potting.
I should actually be wearing these. This is what they gave me to wear. They told me I had to wear these in bed. Do you know how hard you sleep on your side? Have you ever tried to sleep in glasses or sunglasses?
Well, looking at you right now, the hardest thing would be you'd have Brooksy all over you all night long.
Oh, I know.
Pure
Because
sex.
it's very Tom Cruise risky business.
Yeah, you do.
Um,
I was
They could do
thinking
the Matrix.
Ben Stiller, Tropic Thunder. That's what I was saying.
That's a funny
more like
thing.
Ed Helms and Sioux Falls.
Oh my god.
I didn't sleep with them at all. So sorry, doctors. They told me I had to sleep with these for 5 nights. I couldn't sleep with the sunglasses on.
Yeah, drinks
But,
on them.
Good news is, sorry, go ahead, Lester.
So they assume you sleep on your back like everybody's supposed to, right? That's what it is.
Are you supposed to sleep on your back?
Yes.
Bad news for me.
Ideally, Brooksy sleeps on her back because she's had some issues with what do you call that
Vertigo?
thing?
Vertigo.
Yes, thank you.
Vertigo?
And she does it quite well. I can do it at times, but I can't sleep the whole night on my back.
Yeah,
I got to
same
be
here.
on my side.
Always on my side. Mostly on my side.
I can sleep on my back, but I snore like a crazy man.
That's exactly what happens with me.
By the way, remember when we watched Risky Business not Risky Business, excuse me, Ferris Bueller a few weeks ago
Yeah.
as homework? So Brooksy watched it with me again, right? And so now I always end up, it doesn't take me long to get to bed. I like to brush my teeth earlier in the evening, and be all ready for bed so that when I get tired, I just walk up and I just peel off my sweatpants and jump in bed.
But don't you snack?
No, I try not to snack after I brush, like after 9 or something like that, right?
Good.
Wow.
Very good.
So Brooksy, she has to do her Brooksy stuff, and she's like usually in bed 5 minutes after me. But she'll leave the lights on, so I'll be in bed. And she's gotten into the habit. She'll come in and she'll tuck me in, and then I'll go nya nya.
Oh no!
That's what we do every night. It's our little ode to Matthew.
God.
You remember Matthew?
Yeah.
Nya, nya.
That was between a mother and
Yeah, so we're a little weird.
That's a little odd.
I was gonna talk more about my eye surgery, but let's bring on a special guest. Things did not go well at Augusta National. I guess, is it 2 weeks now? 2 weeks ago, Puffy?
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Puffy was able to apologize, but we felt it was unfair to one of our good friends who's not been on all year long. And is he in the waiting room right now,
No,
Stoff? Can
he
you
is
bring him in?
not. He is
Jesus.
not. That is why I was a little confused.
All right.
I see your face. This is you, Stoff.
It says he says he is.
Where is he?
Oh, there he is.
Hey.
I can't. It's funny. I can't get full gallery, so I either have to watch Bump.
Oh, you're on your phone.
I have to watch
right?
the four of you, yeah, because I'm on my phone. So, hey,
Oh, I
Bump,
can
how are
see
you,
all four
buddy?
of you.
How's it going?
Welcome back to the BetSafe.net Rubber Boots podcast. What a thrill for us.
Oh, nice mug.
I'm still
Yeah,
in a custard. Like you guys left me there.
We did.
You were. How long were you in the waiting room for? Like a half an hour there, Bump?
About a half hour.
We wanted it to be a surprise to everybody to have you back on because there has been a lot of listener demand, and I feel bad about the way we treated you in the wake of the Masters pod, seeing that it was mostly Puffy's fault, and yet you did sort of go down with the. Well, it was actually your fault.
I think the word is collateral damage.
Yeah,
Collateral damage.
that's what my work is in most places. Collateral damage.
How have you been, Bump?
Been good. Been good.
Yeah.
Trying to get the CFL season started, but golf's all. We had a great time at the Masters. Everything's great.
Yeah, thanks, Bump.
Are they postponing the CFL season? I heard that's the talks.
What's the
Are they-
latest, Bump? You're a CFL insider.
So we are taping this Tuesday. So there is a Board of Governors meeting today, which they're expected to announce the delay of the season.
Hey.
Season, which is not really a surprise. What are they going to do, right?
Yeah,
COVID's
right.
going crazy. They want to play with fans in the stands, so that can't happen right now.
Bump, can we talk about your fantastic Instagram account and your dance numbers with your three daughters? First of all, repeat the names of your three daughters for our listeners.
Yeah, so I got three of them. My oldest is Eva, middle girl is Aubrey, and the baby is Phoebe.
Three beautiful daughters, the loves of Bump's life. And if you don't follow Bump on Instagram, his handle is is it Bump?
Yeah,
Bump
just
City? Bump
change-
King? Jamie Rydell. That's Bump's name.
I should change it. Bump City.
JAMIEREIDEL?
Impressive. The only
Well
guy
done.
at the network that pronounces my name right and spells it right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
How do you pronounce your name?
It's Rydell.
Oh, I thought it was Hamey.
A lot of people say Jaime Rydell.
Maybe.
Jaime Rydell. It's
Yeah.
very common.
Jamie
Yeah,
Rydell. I
quick
call
question.
you Rydell.
Yeah, you do too. That's true.
Problem is the Rydell football helmets, I
That's
think,
true.
is screwed a lot of people up.
Yeah,
with
that
it.
helps.
And Rydell High from Greece.
Did you happen to name your last daughter after Phoebe on Friends by chance?
No, I do get that a lot, but no, we did not.
Okay, so Bump, you're a very good dancer. I've often said that Puffy and Bump, two of the best dancers at the network, if there was ever a competition. They're also two of the only guys that I've seen dance at the network, but they're
True.
both very good dancers. You are a good dancer. Your daughters all were in dance.
So we're in.
So you do these Instagram videos, and they're riveting. I can't take my eyes off them because there's Bump. He's got the rhythm. The girls are fantastic. They put the little songs on. They do the TikTok videos.
yeah,
Boom. Yeah. Are they big? Are you getting any notoriety because of these?
I do like people compliment them a lot. I do get a lot of chatter, like just from friends and everything about. Yeah, we love your videos. Keep them coming. I'm like, we just did it on a Friday. Like, I had the girls on a Friday, and it's COVID, and we're in isolation, so we're just having some fun, and they're very patient. So,
Who does the choreography? If you don't want me asking.
it is mostly my daughter Aubrey, the middle
Oh,
girl.
wow.
She's the one that's on TikTok the most, but Eva and her are on TikTok the most. Phoebe doesn't really. She's on it, but she's not. Aubrey's the one that does all the dances on TikTok, and
Awesome.
so they just
Is Aubrey named after the girl from Parks and Rec?
She'll tell you. She'll
Yes, she
tell
is.
you she's named after Drake.
I'm having just a little trouble with the TV. I was just wondering if you knew how to fix it.
Oh, yeah, usually you just get the remote and you press on. Really, they don't have TVs in Canada?
Yo, you Pete, You made a fool out of me. I used to trust you, dog. Now you embarrassing me. And you skinny as hell. And you make me mad. You think you funny, huh? Well, you ain't Josh Gad.
Aubrey Drake.
She equates her name with Drake and her popularity with Drake.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Anyway, Bump, we love your videos. I think you're a fantastic father. Also a good lover from my time with you on the road, and all those come together.
Attentive.
Come together.
Very attentive to other people's needs. It's
very attentive. So anyway, Bump, you feel free to interject as you often do on the podcast, but we were just talking, we invited you in. I had my LASIK surgery last week. So I had the mono surgery. So they corrected my left eye, my dominant eye, for distance vision because I was becoming a hazard to everyone in the GTA when I drove at night. And my right eye, my less good eye, there's a broadcaster talking, my worse eye, it is now responsible for reading. So the problem I'm having 3 days in is I can't read. Everything's warbly gerbly.
But
so
is that eye supposed to come back?
I think it's supposed to come back. I think we're only 4 days in here.
You have to wear it
right now. It's just a little bit, like 12 drinks, Puffy. 12 drinks trying to read the menu.
That's not good.
That kind of thing.
Good at all.
So they gave me a bunch of drops. So I have to take a series of drops. It's really cute now because, Buddha has his eye drops, right? And so now me and Buddha do our drops, Buddha the blind Boston Terrier together. But so the other night, one of Buddha's drops is just lube, right? To keep the eye fresh.
So what do you do? Do you just drop it on there, or do you have to rub it in the eyeball?
No, you just like an eye drop. It's just a little bit thicker. It's just lube. So my Dr. Louie, my ophthalmologist, she just kept telling me, don't let your eye dry out. So this is kind of like the thing, and I was running out of it. So the other night I just said I was going to borrow some of Buddha's lube.
No.
Yeah, I did.
And now you're wondering why you can't see.
You're saying that just for the podcast. Come on.
No, I'm not. I can bring Brooksy in right now. So I only did this once. But I just thought here was my idea. My idea was it's just lube, right? So they've just branded this lube. It just says Opticare on it, like lube. I didn't notice that there was a little picture of a dog at the bottom. so a dog and a hamster or something.
I don't see a human.
What do you see? I can't see. A dog, a horse, maybe?
And a frog. I see a frog.
It looks like a rodent.
Jimmy, if you can't see those, I think you need more lubricant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, I thought it was just a lube, like a generic lube. And so I put a little in my eye, and then Brooksy said that's only for dogs and horses.
Actually put it in your eye?
May cause panting and loss of fur? These are dog pills. We have the same symptoms. But he's a dog. You need to see a real doctor. Oh, no doctors. All right.
Yeah, but it's just lube. It's like, what's it going to damage? What has it got in it? Lube is lube. If you like the lube that's sitting next to Puffy's bedside table, how different is it than from this lube?
Well, there's probably a lot more in your tube.
That's not in my eye. That's for sure.
you don't want that in your eye for sure. Yeah.
Anyway, no, I'm not telling you for the podcast. I did put the lube in my eye. My family made fun of me, but I just thought it was generic. I think that's an easy mistake. Listeners can weigh in. Was Jimmy dumb to take the dog lube?
Yeah.
Yes.
Will the dog lube affect my vision in the long run? It's all eyes. They're all eyes. A dog eye, a horse eye, a gerbil eye. It's all eyes.
Have you seen your dog's eyes are all googly and they all come out of their heads?
Yes.
Your eyes are going to start sliding out.
Different. They see differently. They see
I will
shades,
say this.
see colors.
I will say this though, Jimmy, your hair looks thicker and fuller.
You have a nice coat.
Thank you.
That tick medicine's really working.
Yep. Tick and flea. What else? What else was left over from last week? Oh, you guys, Stoff posted a video about the one named Shaheen, the golf instructor.
Mm-hmm.
No, here's something interesting. Shaheen, who gave me a few lessons over the winter, Shaheen's one of the hottest golf instructors in the world right now. He's out of Montreal.
By one name.
I just don't know his last name. I just know him as Shaheen.
That's how good he is.
He's that good.
It's like Prince.
I can't look up anything on my phone right now.
Shaheen.
To me, he's all Shaheen. I don't even know his last name. We were talking about whether there should be tips Bump, have you ever taken golf lessons?
When I was first started playing golf, maybe 2 or 3. That's about it.
Okay, so you would have never tipped your instructor. Natural.
Which actually, you could argue I need an instructor. So
No, I've seen you play. You're very good.
Bump, Bump, now that he's got the TaylorMades. By the way, my irons arrived yesterday. Oh, damn it. Damn you.
Oh,
Somebody phoning you?
Oh,
no.
Ooh, I just got an alert. You are now the host.
Yeah, because he's gone.
Or rather, you are the host now. I'm the
Yes.
captain now.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
He's the captain now.
Look at me.
I think he's probably trying to answer his phone there, and it cut him off the Zoom.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
look at
here he
He's
is.
back.
Oh, damn it. He took the hosting duties back.
Hang on.
Damn it.
Gotta go
Oh,
this
he's
way.
sideways, guys.
Normal.
Let's all.
There
Why is
we
this
go.
happening? Why is this happening?
Yeah,
Did
now
your
we're
phone die?
Why
Or
is this happening?
Somebody
Oh,
called you?
you're back.
Somebody called.
Jimmy,
Whatever
you've
my
been
phone
demoted
rings.
to bottom
Yes, he is
square.
back.
Yes.
Oh, he's bottom
All
right.
the way down.
So when I was so rudely interrupted, we were talking about Shaheen. So Shaheen, we were asking last week, Bump, whether golf pros get tipped. We always talk about tipping on the podcast. So how am I going to read this text without leaving? I guess I'll just lose my video for a second. Is that what happens?
I believe so.
What
We'll see you in Masai.
First, Shaheen said that he
Veteran move.
he felt like Cher after listening to us talk about us as a one name, Shaheen. He says that usually with the pros, he works it into the contract. So when the player gets a top 10, a top 5, or a win, there is a bonus that is worked into the contract.
Nice.
So let's say Darren Clark, one of Shaheen's pros, wins on the tour. Boom, little 10K or something goes Shaheen's way. So they pay more for good results, just not in a tipping basis. Right. As for his regular clients in Montreal, they do not tip him after lessons.
Ooh.
Though he's not upset because he argues he charges a pretty penny already. So he doesn't need any extra. So no tipping the golf instructor, at least in Shaheen's case.
Shaheen. But Jimmy, say you were to win a large sum of money while gambling at your country club. Don't you feel like you owe a little bit of a kickback to Shaheen? Shaheen.
It's not in the contract. We didn't sign the contract. Do you want to see if there's another duck cleaner here? Yeah. Hello.
Where is he?
He's at his house.
What is that in the background?
Oh, it's his
Post Canada Post.
Canada Post thing.
Oh,
I don't think you should tip you.
It's one of those. Somebody got my. So there's a. It's the Department of Canada. That one, you know, if something's wrong with my insurance number, and I better call right now,
or you're going to
big
prison.
ass trouble.
I have a question for all of you guys. Did anyone else fall for the cyber attack scam on the email today? The work email.
No, but our boss, Jeff McDonald, sent us a quick note giving us a heads up that's what it was. So
hook, line, and sinker.
I haven't got that email.
What happened?
Okay, wait.
What was the email?
Something about like if you log, if your email needs to be like verified. If you don't click this link, you won't be able to log in 3 days. Yeah, and so I'm like, oh, I better do this. Click, and then it's like you've been cyber attacked. Take this. I had to do like a little refresher course on how not to fall for the phishing.
So who gave you you got cyber attacked alert? Was that Bell Media?
Bell Media, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was like a ruse to see how many dumb people.
Oh, so
okay, but I lost my phone today. I got locked out of my phone, and all my contacts lost their names to phones. So I had to call that. I had to call that number. Is this connected with this thing?
No, I think you just actually you took the real deal, and you didn't have the fake one. You got the real phishing thing. So
I think I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always fun to call the 6,000 number and deal with our friendly IT people.
Oh yeah, they're great.
They were very helpful. They were very helpful to me today.
Yeah, I failed.
Hey, you know what? I think as a tribute to Bump stances, I think when the very first opportunity we have to be together again, fellas, I think we should do a little choreography.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something different.
What if Bump could choreograph something for us? Would we be able to pull it off here on Zoom?
No.
Yeah, I think
where
I
we
think
actually did all the moves.
Well, to Puff's point, no, we would not be able to, but we should definitely try.
Okay, so let's try right now. So everybody, Puffy's doing this. 1, 2, 3.
We're not all even doing the same
Switch
hand.
hands. Switch hands.
How about?
Here we go. I feel like it's Mark Wahlberg.
Why don't we leave it to the professionals and let one of Bump's daughters come up with the choreography?
That's what I think.
Bump's daughter comes up with just a series. We need a song and a series of 5 simple moves.
3 moves. I don't know if
3
we can
moves that we
handle 5.
can repeat. Premiere night every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Bump, have you watched the premiere yet on the YouTube?
I did get into the first one.
Yes. And then have not returned.
We've done it every
because it was
week.
so bad.
Unimpressed.
Please follow us on Twitter and Instagram at RubberBootsPod.
I follow you.
Follow our friends at betsafe.net on Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget to check out the Facebook page. By the way, if you're looking for the Gold Bar League today, it's on a whole different pod. We already did it. It was out on Tuesday. Yeah, it's already done. It's in the past. So we, again, are in the future.
Why can't I have any free gold bars? Do I get any free gold bars?
Did you even participate in the Gold Bar League, Bump, this year?
No.
That'd be a problem.
Tell you what, Bump, since you didn't participate in the Gold Bar League podcast, one of the prop bets from betsafe.net this week was to pick the winner of the Zurich Classic. I'm going to make you do it without knowing any of the pairings unless you know by memory. You have to. So not only do you have to pick a pairing, you have to pick the correct pairing and hope you are right. And go.
Hold on, wait. Before he does this, I want to make it interesting.
Okay.
Between the 4 of us, if he picks any one of our pairs, we get a gold bar.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I like it.
Fair. Bump. Can you?
No pressure.
Who do you think I would have taken, Rydell? We may have worked with him in the past.
You did not. Well, did you hear what happened to Hearn's partner?
No, I didn't.
He definitely didn't. Given his picks on
COVID,
Tuesday.
so he's got another partner.
What? Say that again.
Zach Zucker is now David Hearn's partner because
Puffy is the spotlight.
That's a positive for COVID.
He's a COVID positive.
Hey,
we have to go back and we have to do the Gold Bar League podcast.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I should get.
That was 2 days ago.
New partner. I should get the new partner.
Miss Power. It's with Zach Zucker.
This information is coming to us 2 days later.
Unbelievable.
No
go.
I will blow the whole sham of this whole league up.
Should we do an insert and let?
I would like to take David Hearn and Zach Zucker.
I just voice it over.
Voice it over and I'll freeze the video.
And I'll be in a different location.
Do it. Okay, Puffy, say it carefully.
Zach Zucker.
Okay.
There's no chance I'll remember to edit that into the podcast an hour later.
Zach
you gotta dump
Zucker
it in.
and David Hearn.
You gotta dump it in. Who are you picking, Bump, in the Zurich Classic?
I'm not taking John Rahm and Ryan Palmer, the defending champions. I'm not. I'm looking at. I figure Tony Finau's had trouble winning by himself, so throw in a big bomber like Cam Champ, and I think those two.
Wow. The fact, first of all, he knew, that's impressive that they were playing together. Second, that was going to be my second choice. Finau is going to win sooner or later. So
my second
well
choice
done, Bob.
too.
That's why he is.
Duel, Henrik Stenson and Justin Rose.
He's the voice of golf in this country.
Olympic medalist.
Yes. The face of golf in this country. No, wait a second. You're not the face of golf in this country. No, that's me.
Could you imagine this husband face as the face of golf in this country? That'd be horrible.
No would. More people would golf. It would be inclusive.
It would. Have you got that petition through yet, Jimmy?
Do we even go there? Look,
if you're starting a petition, please don't.
Look, it's just the golf thing. Again, I always feel like whenever you start talking about you're angry that golf got canceled, you seem like a spoiled person. We look at everyone understands context. We realize that there's way more important things in the world than golf. We 100% all realize that.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean that golf isn't safe. There were what's the stat they've been throwing around, Jay Ride? Like 20 million rounds of golf or something last year in Canada, not one case of COVID. You get out of the car, you walk to the tee, there's 4 guys, you don't come close to each other, and you walk around on 500 acres of land. And then you go back to your car.
To Jimmy's point, golf is completely safe. I guess there was a lot of noise, a lot of pressure from people for some reason asking why golf's allowed when all these other things aren't allowed. So I'm with you 100%. We should be able to golf. I was looking forward to it. It's not going to happen for a little while now, obviously. But I will say, like, the outcry and the, like how victimized people seem, like the amount of stuff I've seen on my timeline from people, you would think they're skinning people alive.
Oh, so you're saying disproportionate response?
Yeah, just like the response.
Okay, fair enough.
Chill out a little bit. But
no, that's fair. Golfers are like that.
No,
right?
for sure. And when it's something that's personal to you that you feel is being attacked, of course you'll respond that way. And I don't think anyone's putting golf over people's lives or anything like that.
No.
It's starting to be a little much, but at the same time, it should be an easy fix. Like a week from now, can't you just say, hey, we looked at this, we reviewed it,
we checked.
We're going to open up for a couple of weeks to see what happens, and
playgrounds
shouldn't be a problem.
But they just blanket everything.
A lot of people group playgrounds for kids into the golf discussion. I think those two are completely different.
100%.
Even though they're both outdoors, like
kids are like
you have all these grimy little kids touching
kids
everything, all the same surfaces. That's a terrible idea.
I'm happy the parents, have playgrounds to go because it's one thing for us to talk about this for a family with 3 kids.
I love going
living
down the slide.
No, but living in a high rise in Toronto with nothing to do with their children.
100%.
But you are right, Stoff. Like golf is 50 times safer than going to the playground when it comes to COVID.
I know, and the one argument I've seen from people is they're trying to group the two together, and to me, they're quite different.
Golf might be safer than the vaccine. It's that safe.
Thank you. That's the new slogan.
There you go.
I didn't want to do the whole golf thing, but whatever. Let's get on with golf if we can. Come to your senses. Just admit you were wrong on that one. And again, anything outdoor sports. If golf's not your outdoor sport, people need to be outside during this.
And the occasional patio.
No patios. No grinding. No dance floors.
Outdoor dance floor grinding exceptional.
Outdoor grinding.
Outdoor grinding. For the kids.
Let's get to some of the stuff which I can't read, Stoff. So take us through your things I saw on Twitter.
I can't read.
Freaky pigs, strange chicks, world affairs, polar bears, fake news, nice shoes, big boobs, jack dudes. All of these things and more as I sat on the shitter. Things that I saw on Twitter.
All right, Sean Oman 85 sends in a video on YouTube from Darren Rovell, and he captions it, "Puffy, this is your dream. Plan that trip to Vegas." In the video, you can see, I believe it's in a Vegas hotel.
Yeah.
The lounge known as the Legacy Club Membership Lounge, and basically they have a display unit that is filled with gold bars.
I saw that.
So that's what Puffy would like.
I saw that.
Yeah,
that's a good video.
What you also saw in the video, Jimmy, would have been that they have a counter up top that says how much everything in that vault is worth at that moment, because the price of gold fluctuates. Right. So cool. Basically, you can go there and see how much gold is worth and see a whole bunch of it in front of you. And to me, that's just them begging for someone to pull an Ocean 17.
I think we should do it.
Go in there.
We should do it.
Extract.
Why don't we just do Ocean's 5?
Ocean's 5.
If Sandra Bullock can do it with 8, we can do it with 5.
Yeah.
Especially the 5 of us. I mean, our skills.
No, we need some brains. We need some brains, and that would be we need some female content, because that would be the brains we come from. So Tanya should run the show. And we'll bring in one of the TSN ladies, like a Kayla Gray or a someone with bravery, because we don't have that. Yes. Kayla is very courageous, or maybe a Lindsay or a Tessa, Olympic gold medal winner. And then
computers.
What was that?
Can any of them hack computers? We need a
Oh yeah, we need a hacker.
Right? Rihanna was the hacker.
Well, Puffy took those courses today, so he's almost there.
That's true.
I got to take.
I have to play the role of George Clooney too, so it's gonna be hard for me to be hacking while I'm being the handsome guy on the floor
by the Nespresso machine.
Okay, what else you got? What else you got? Things that saw on Twitter.
Quick shout out to Bob Weeks, who had his birthday last week. It was the same.
Bob Weeks.
It was the same day that golf was shut down in the province, and Bob Weeks simply tweeted, "Worst birthday present ever." Yeah, so shout out to Bob. Hope you're doing well.
Weeksy's the best.
37 years old,
especially naked Weeksy. Oh, hello.
So
almost said
he's like our Jerry West.
Animal lube.
I tossed and turned that night.
That's what that
you weren't on your back.
That was a doubleheader.
What else you got in there?
What about Mr. Pillow?
All right, well, it's my pillow. We'll get to him. We got
Mr. Pillow.
Mr. Pillow's our knockoff brand.
We should do that. Rubber Boots Podcast brought to you by betsafe.net and Mr. Pillow.
To keep you sleeping on your back safely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
God, don't do like that. I don't want to even mention that brand because I don't like that guy so much. Okay. But that brand was on our radio stations a lot. There's a lot of shame. I've talked to one host of a certain radio program that had to say it a lot. I said, how much shame do you feel in promoting that guy and his stupid product? Anyway, he thought he was on the phone with Trump. Somebody prank him?
Yeah, he thought he was on the phone with Trump. He was on a newscast of, I'm sure, some sort of right-wing show. And he was like, oh, we're actually getting him. And there was someone pretending to be a handler being like, oh, we're going to get Trump on. And then he came on, said something very Trump-like, and he's like, oh, you're our real president or whatever. And the guy just went and blurted out his website that he wanted to plug.
Hello, yes, I have Mr. Trump on standby. Are you ready?
Yes.
Go ahead, sir. Hello, everyone.
We have the president here, our real president, everyone. Hello, Mr. President.
MacronShow.com.
And then, My Pillow guy went into this whole thing of like,
hey, anything that makes My Pillow guy look bad, I'm all for.
Puffy, do you have any words for Keith Olbermann, who took quite a few pot shots at your Leafs?
I mean, Oberman's gone into a weird place, man. He just randomly takes shots at
he's lost me, man.
He just comes out of the dark and he's
okay. I can't.
I know he's a good friend of yours, James. But
he was. It's funny. I'll just say it. I didn't know Keith at all, and he is in one of the chapters of my book, and so we talked a few times for the book. And then he started texting me like fairly often. Right? Like, so, and he would text me stuff he wrote or something that he published or just opinions on things, sometimes random hockey things. He's a massive hockey fan. But yeah, he's a different cat. I like the guy because he's different. I don't necessarily agree, as Bump was just saying. I don't agree with everything he says. He's certainly a very strong-minded guy, so I don't agree with all his tweets and such. But his anti-Trump rants are some of the best out there.
Yeah, he's good.
He's fantastic at it.
Terrific for that. You guys follow him on Twitter, obviously. I'm sure you've seen, and I appreciate it. He does a lot of stuff for animals, and he does the where they're going to be put down. But man, that is a tough scroll by sometimes. When you're going down your timeline, and he's just like, "This pit bull's going to be put down in 2 hours."
Yeah, it's tough. You're right.
Geez, Keith. But at the same time, I appreciate the thought and the effort.
Good.
So.
Cool. Big Keith Olbermann fan, Adnan Virk, who is the new voice of WWE Raw.
Yeah,
nice.
Right. He's a play-by-play guy now.
Mm-hmm. You know what would be amazing if just to make it interesting in one of the matches, mini Adnan Virk jumped into the ring
with a little chair.
And is fighting. I don't know any of the wrestlers. Is Steve Austin still fighting?
No. Well, let's AJ Styles is
the Iron Sheik. Dino Bravo.
Yokozuna.
He's dead.
What's funny is my dad still watches wrestling.
Does he?
He subscribes to the WWE Network just so
That's
he can
awesome.
get pay-per-views.
That's
and when
great.
he didn't have that, he would go to when they showed him at movie theaters. He would go to the movie theater to watch it, and then he'll call me and say, "Did you see Raw last night?" I'm like, "I haven't watched Raw in 20 years."
Now, Renee, the former Renee Paquette,
She's
Renee
still-
Young.
Okay,
is it?
Yeah.
So her and Adnan were both originals from The Score.
Yep.
And now they're two of the biggest people in wrestling, no?
I think she just left WWE.
Renee is a freelancer right now. Her husband is
a wrestler, right?
Dean Ambrose from WWE. He is now John Moxley, AEW. He was champion in AEW at one time. By the way, AEW wrestling on TSN.
Captain programming.
Wednesday nights at 8 p.m.
And they got a wrestling insider over here.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Question regarding Adnan. Do you guys think that the announcers they know who's going to win? Are they in on the results?
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this, but between us, my inside source is telling me things. No, the one thing he said that you know very little.
Okay.
You don't he thought you would know more. What was going to happen, and it's very.
But it's probably beneficial for the actual.
They want
reaction.
for more genuine reaction.
My understanding is that you're there to call the match, and I mean, you might have some insight as well. You'll feel the crowd and whatnot, but for the most part, they want the most genuine reaction possible.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess that they outline, let's say someone's going to run out of the crowd. I don't watch wrestling, but they still a surprise guy jumps into the ring as the third guy. They might tell him that guy's coming. Because
I don't think they are actually. Like he said, they didn't say.
Well, what if you get it wrong? Like if I was commentating, it'd be like, all right, well, wait a second. There's some random dude is jumping into the ring. Idiots. That's Hulk Hogan.
Sometimes, listen, please,
Jimmy, this might be why you haven't got the gig.
He's not even facing the ring.
I was into wrestling for a brief time in the 70s when I was a kid. And that was Dino Bravo was the guy. And it was back then when wrestling, I was listening to an interesting podcast actually about how wrestling is having to go through and edit everything because everything in wrestling was completely sexist and racist many times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Apparently Roddy Piper did a match in blackface.
There was a character at one point. He had half his face painted because he was doing something. It was a feud with him and a guy by the name of Bad News Brown.
Right.
So, I had to go take care of that. Yeah.
Anyway, most of wrestling in the 80s and 70s is inappropriate. But my favorite wrestler was a guy named Luis Arriba Martinez, who was probably a very stereotype Mexican character. Because he would go Arriba.
Yeah.
Luis Arriba. That's all he did. Arriba. I love that. Love Luis Arriba Martinez.
Yeah, Tito Santana was the same character, but probably 10 years later.
Yeah, probably. Maybe. Luis Arriba Martinez. I loved him. And my Mark Ward, friend of the pod, his dad would take us to wrestling at the Ottawa Civic Center, and his dad would get very excited. And his dad had a thing when he got excited, he would kick his leg, almost like a. And so me and Mark Ward, at 8 years old, Mark Ward would go, watch, Dad's going to start kicking his leg. The Hulk's in the ring now. And sure enough, Dallas Ward would start kicking his leg up.
Did you have front row seats?
No, we were up there. He turned himself sideways so he didn't kick the guy in front of him.
That's what I was getting at.
But the Ultimate Warrior, he was. I think I saw an Ultimate Warrior match. Was he ever partnered with Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior?
Yeah. He might have done some tags together. Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough wrestling. This has been wrestling chat here on the Rubber Boots Pod.
Happy to have wrestling chat anytime.
Let's get to the listener mailbag, Stoff, unless you had something else that I missed.
Rubber Boots Podcast. Listener mail. Listener mail. Thank you for listening.
Why don't you read them, James?
Yeah.
Hold on. I got to test it.
Oh, boy.
Jane.
Like the Monopoly.
Jane Hewitt Walks. Is that her full name?
I believe so. J-H-W.
You all forget what the rubber boots were for.
Yes.
What does that mean?
She replied to one of our tweets. I think this is someone who was expecting a podcast on rubber boots, and we were talking about something else.
Fairness.
So she actually joined in to listen to a podcast about.
I think she may have got there through like a hashtag rubber boots.
Oh, do you think she's the first one that ever went to like?
I think
someone wanted to purchase rubber boots.
No,
I think Chewy Louie was actually someone who came to listen.
And then he just stayed. He just stayed around.
And now he's dominating the league. Over 100 goal bars. What a story!
Just hang in there.
Stoff, read the rest because I'm still a little bit shaky.
All right, next is our friend Troy Forst. And he simply writes, with all the beeping in this week's podcast and editing requirements of the last week, why haven't we heard Let's Hear It for Stoff, which is the awesome song that Lester made for me. So I will obviously play that here in celebration.
Drop it in.
Myself.
Here's to Stoff, our brother Stoff, so much better than David Hasselhoff. Fearlessly producing the Rubber Boots podcast, making it sound so cool. He does the same for Unread and O2. A big fan of the Eagles turns our listeners to believers, and that's why they call him the Polish Prince of the podcast. Yes, the Polish Prince of the podcast. Stoff, Stoff, Stoff.
A little bit self-indulgent, but
my host can't. This was meant for my host to read and big me up. It didn't happen that way. Andrew Arsenal tweets in, Jimmy, I am always watching with a big smiley face.
Is that a threat? Is that a threat?
No. Well, no. Last week you said that Andrew was following you around places and always watching you, so he was just kind of playing off of that.
Definite threat.
Kirby Penner updates us on his first golf lesson. He was the gentleman who asked if we should tip the golf instructor, to which Jimmy replied, are they Portuguese? So he writes in, update, definitely not Portuguese. Also, I really, really suck at golf.
Golf's a hard game.
It is.
Golf's
tough.
a very hard game. I think golf's the ultimate game for competitors.
Although with tailor-made clubs,
it makes it a lot easier.
They really are amazing.
This is going to be the first year that when the three of us go golfing, because we can't find a fourth, we can't think of any of other friends who want to go golfing with us. We'll all be on even ground because Puffy's got TaylorMades, Bump's got TaylorMades, and Jimmy just got his new set of TaylorMades just arrived yesterday.
Did they?
Wow. Yeah.
Hopefully you can see them all.
Because Jimmy doesn't like to use a set of clubs for more than about 5 or 6 rounds, and then they start to get a little dirty. Get that grimy feel to them. Need a new box.
Can't get them washed.
Then you chuck them in the water hazard.
I hit the Sasquatch my first round this year.
You hit the Sasquatch?
The squarehead Sasquatch Nike. I found it in my garage. I'm like, I'm bringing it. Still went.
Yeah, this is a TaylorMade. TaylorMade helps this
Nike's
podcast, Bob.
Terrible.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
I thought he was talking about Bigfoot's cousin.
I went back to my TaylorMade.
You're not going to get any more from Nick after that.
Nick
joke. Was the Sasquatch the square-headed one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to. I hit one of those once. I didn't like the sound.
I just saw it in my garage. I'm like, I'm going to see if I can still hit it straight, and it went straight. But also, my TaylorMade goes straight.
You're doing a lot of backtrack and digging yourself out of a trouble here, bub.
If we were to fix this problem in Ontario, you know who would help us big time? TaylorMade. That's who would help us.
TaylorMade would.
Yes, they would.
Imagine if they were running.
Well, they would help bump Puffy and Jimmy.
Right, true enough.
Not us. Let's
I'm really disappointed because I had a dream this week that we haven't done the dream segment very often this season because
never.
I haven't had the vivid dreams, or I haven't taken the time to write them down in the morning and then I forget them. And this one I meant to, but then I got busy. This one involves Sarah Orlesky, not 1999 Sarah Orlesky, but 2021 Sarah Orlesky and Roddy.
How are those fries?
Both in the same dream. Wow. It was a vaccination type dream where Sarah Orlesky wanted me to vaccinate her, but she wanted me to stick it in her neck.
Oh.
But she had a device on her neck already with the vaccine, like the needle sticking into it. So all I had to do was push it in
That's super creepy.
Yeah, it was really creepy. And
very strange.
And then Roddy came like running out. I said, I can't do that. I think I watched Pulp Fiction a week ago, and the whole Uma Thurman in the thing that was probably sticking in my head.
Yeah.
And then Roddy came running in, and I think it was actually Roddy, not Rod. It was Roddy in form, and he just jammed that vaccine right into Sarah's neck. And she was like, Superwoman. Wait, the recycling guy's here. Let's see if he's looking for a tip.
Yeah, you should.
After last week's debacle.
I did spring cleaning yesterday. So there's a lot out there.
Put it out.
There's a lot out there. He's looking around. Wondering if Jimmy's he's lingering a little bit. Yeah. He's lingering just to see if Jimmy might run outside.
Is that Brooksy?
Wait a second. What's she going out there for?
Oh, God.
Why are they whispering?
No.
She's getting in the truck. I knew she'd had it. What you watching? We have some what you watching action from Stoff.
What you watching? Just between you and me. What you streaming on your TV? Let me see. What?
It's not an actual what you're watching. This is actually from a comment we got on one of our posts on YouTube.
So wait a second.
Super Bowl post.
What you watching? It's viewer mail.
Yep.
And things that I saw on social media, all into one. Can you, Lester? Could you write a theme that incorporates all three right now on the spot?
We'll play that right now.
And play.
So it's not actually from one of our listeners. It's from one of our loyal sex bots.
Oh, that's
fantastic.
We have like a 4-to-1 sex bot to listener ratio on YouTube.
Oh, at least. Some weeks it's a lot more than that. So basically,
invite for the Gold Bar League Platinum League. I can invite a sex bot as my special entrance into the league.
It could happen. I mean, it is the spot you can nominate. Usually our sex bots simply leave, like a one word and a link or a time code of some sort to click on. But this one actually left a message, but at first I couldn't read it. It was in Russian. So I head over to Google Translate, and what the message was actually saying was, when a pill giving users 5 minutes of unexpected superpowers hits the streets of New Orleans, a teenage trafficker and a local police officer, then a pill giving users 5 minutes. So the sentence falls completely apart at the end, but it seems like we have a pretty decent plot here. You have a pill that gives people 5 minutes of unexpected superpowers.
Okay.
Is that something you would watch?
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
So do you think that this was like a Russian translation of some sort of Viagra ad?
I have really no idea, because the link to it also says 18 plus sex dating here, and then the link is xxclub.cyu. So
I think
it's some sort of adult content. I have no idea where the little paragraph about the show came from.
I think it's the byline of an episode of the new rebooted Punky Brewster. This week on the new Punky Brewster, when a pill giving users 5 minutes of unexpected superpowers hits the streets of New Orleans, a teenage trafficker and a local police officer, then a pill giving users 5 minutes. That's this week on Punky Brewster.
Have you watched the new Punky Brewster?
I have not yet.
What is Punky Brewster?
We watched it last night. It was great.
I didn't watch the old Punky.
Is that just a sitcom, or what's the premise?
Punky Brewster was like a sitcom in the 80s.
Soleil Moon Frye? Is that her name?
Yeah, Soleil Moon Frye.
And is it still her?
Yeah, it's still her. And then even her little friend Cherry, she's back. And her ex-husband is played by what's his name? Guy from I Know What You Did Last Summer, Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh, Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh, nice. Okay.
He's good.
It's terrible.
Oh, it's amazing.
I didn't need more Punky Power.
Oh, Punky Power's back.
They should bring back Blossom.
Oh, they will.
Because remember, people used to think I looked like the drug-addicted brother on Blossom.
You could actually play
a reboot for me.
And a reboot.
That guy.
Huh?
That's amazing. You do look like that guy, Greg.
Yeah, Blossom's drug-addicted older brother.
Wasn't it Joe? Wasn't that the name?
He was also
the handsome brother, right?
On Beverly Hills 90210. Didn't we have this discussion in season 1 or 2?
Probably.
Was he an AIDS patient on 90210?
Not a season.
Did 90210 tackle such tough subjects as AIDS back in the day?
I think about season 6, they were running low on the old Dylan.
The new.
And
Brando had a gambling addiction for 1 week.
That was your favorite episode?
Oh yeah. So who would be better looking, Jimmy or the younger brother, Joey?
Joey Lawrence.
Joey Lawrence.
Hell of a line.
People watch this?
Blossom?
Not anymore,
back in the
Lester.
day,
They used to. Not anymore.
Should we wrap things up? How long have we been going for?
3 hours.
Feels like 3 days.
Going to CFL.
What a pleasure. What a pleasure having Bump back on.
Great to have him.
It was great to have you on, Bump. Don't forget to get your daughters, to get Aubrey and Phoebe and Monica to put together a video for us. And we only 3 moves, and then we're going to do it. It's going to be amazing. And it's going to probably catch fire.
TikTok stars.
Fire on the TikTok. One thing about Instagram and TikTok, this what's his name, Logan Paul or whatever.
Jake.
Paul. These fights, they're fixed, right?
I don't know if they're fixed, man. I think Jake Paul's legit.
I don't know if he's legit. He's a guy with money who's had a lot of time in his personal time to train for boxing, and you can.
But he's like a perfect beast because he also has the backstory.
This guy was a UFC fighter. I watched video of him getting pummeled and surviving. And one punch, he's down on the ground. I don't care.
Knocked out Nate Robinson. Who cares?
But this guy was a legit fighter. Although he was horrible.
He wasn't a boxer though.
No.
I don't know.
He wasn't MMA anymore, right? He was done UFC. Right?
I think we're all pretty naive.
Yeah.
It's all orchestrated.
But what backstory does he have, Puff? That he was a social media star?
Yeah, well, no. I think he grew up with issues I think he had issues growing up and stuff.
Ooh, Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
YouTube stars. My kids used to watch them all the time. And him and his brother Logan Paul, when they stopped, he was on that Bizarre show. I don't know if your kids watch that, Puff.
No. Logan Paul's got a pretty good podcast.
Actually, song was on it.
I already regret bringing this up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Jake Paul's going to be the world champion.
Reference, you got it.
Jake Paul is not going to be the world champion of boxing.
He's going to be a world champion in boxing.
No way.
I heard it here.
If I had $2 million, I'd put it down like Snoop Dogg did.
You might not have it, but next Jake Paul fight, put some gold bars down on it.
I'm gonna put
gold bars.
Jake Paul's buried in gold bars.
The only thing redeeming about that entire night was Pete Davidson doing like commentary, and he was just ripping them all, and I thought it was fantastic.
It was a good show.
Bump, thanks for coming on. Hope everybody enjoyed our first separate from the Gold Bar League edition of the Rubber Boots podcast, brought to you by betsafe.net. Hopefully when we see you next week, Jimmy can see again. That'll be a bonus for everyone. And
you can't see. It's fun.
Just so you know, James, I sit here and wait for your text to come on.
I never
anything else.
I don't think I explained on the post that like my Canada Post background. I'm doing some stuff for Canada Post this week. That's why I have gorgeous mountains in the background this week. It's my new backdrop. Do you think I'll get mad? Think my bosses would get mad if this was the insider trading when I tape it later on today background?
Not if it's some scratch for you, buddy.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Insider Trading. Brought to you by.
Jump on a CFL call, guys. So.
You just called, you didn't get the email.
Sorry. We got to go anyway.
Big time.
See you next week.
All right, bye, guys.
Big timing us.
Bye.
Thanks.
Freak out. The beat goes on. Man, it's more seductive than sex.
Macho Man night.
Do a little more of that. Lester. Do the Macho Man singing "Hello."
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, freak out. I'm talking about the beat goes on. I'm about to drop my next single. Yeah. Hello. How you feeling? Yeah. Dig it.
Very well done.
How are ya? I got a question that I really wanna ask you. Wait, don't hang up. I need to know, so I'm gonna try and push my luck. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, or black or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Do you like the dunk tank at the fair? Oh, I know it's a little strange,
Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight?